my daughter. She's my daughter.
Why didn't you tell me?
I knew how you'd react.
You couldn't know a damn thing. Caroline, that is not the point. The point is that Alice has the right to know.
No, it's not the time.
Not the time? When is the time? Alice is 19 years old.
Look, I didn't want it this way. I was young and confused, and I had another daughter I was raising on my own.
Oh, I get it. One is more than enough, right?
No, I loved Alice, but Gus wanted to take her with him.
So you deserted her?
No. I never wanted to lose my baby. He made me give her up.
Made you? What do you mean? He took her? He kidnapped her?
He kept insisting. And why shouldn't he? He was her father. I knew he'd take good care of her.
Then why did she end up in a mental hospital?
That wasn't his fault.
It wasn't Gus's fault. And wasn't your fault. Then whose was it? Alice's?
Look, things just happened.
Oh, Alice just happened to be a little too dark-skinned to pass for white. Is that it?
Dare tell me I was ashamed of my child. That had nothing to do with it.
Sure, she and Jane would raise a few eyebrows, wouldn't they? I mean, it could interfere with your lifestyle. I mean, an up-and-coming social climber. Sure, that would be very inconvenient, having a little black daughter tagging along. Isn't that right?
Good morning.
Morning.
You shaved your mustache.
That's what all that hair was in the sink.
You look very handsome. How about bed and breakfast?
Bed and breakfast as opposed to what?
As opposed to anything else.
Oh, it's time to go to the well again, huh?
What a very sensitive way of putting that. Yes, I've checked my cycle, and I feel that we'd have a better chance of success at this particular time.
See, aren't we getting a little far afield? I mean, did man of war ever accept breakfast?
Mason, I know that we're not romantically involved. However, I don't think of us as barnyard animals.
I know that. I'm just trying to make a point, Julia. It's not that I don't trust your intuition or your charts, but I, for one, naturally infer that when you stick around for bacon and eggs, that you have something of an emotional stake in the night before.
Okay, then you pick the spot. I mean, it's up to you. I didn't know that you had anything against bacon and eggs and ocean views.
No, not specifically.
All right, I made the reservation, but nothing's firm. You can change it if you'd like. Oh, say something.
Maybe I should.
What's wrong?
Well, I think you felt it, too. I don't have to spell it out.
Spell what out?
Second thoughts. Beginning to have my share of them. Before we go on with this arrangement of ours, we need to have some things clarified. Still want to go on?
A priest or something? Victoria doesn't confess her plans to me, where she goes when, where she goes now, this, that.
Pearl, she specifically mentioned your name when she talked about leaving town.
Maybe she meant Earl. Pearl? Could be.
I know what I heard, Pearl.
Listen, I'll tell you, she's kind of flaky. I mean, show me an actress who isn't. I read the tabloids.
Pearl, I want to know why you told her to leave town without talking to anybody.
Please, will you drop it? Just drop it, okay? She goes. You stay. We all live happily ever after.
What are you scared of?
Same thing as everybody. Same thing as you.
I am not going to go away. So why don't you just tell me, why is Victoria leaving? Why?
You want the truth?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you the truth. But don't blame me if you don't like what you hear.
Thought this was going to make you happy.
Well, I'm sorry if it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you had good reasons to leave for a long time, but you dug in your heels and refused to. Why the big rush all of a sudden?
Because I am tired of imagining a future that is never going to happen. I need to go somewhere where I am wanted.
Why did you come here? As if, as usual, it had something to do with me.
To say goodbye. Why can't you accept it? I'm finally offering what you've wanted. Freedom from the past. Why can't you accept that?
Well, I guess I'm having a hard time understanding, Tory. You told me from the beginning that you couldn't be happy anywhere else, that Santa Barbara was your home, and now for no apparent reason, you're ready to leave.
The reason is me. For my life and for my...
Wait a minute! You came here to tell me something. What is it?
don't know what you're talking about.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I do not understand prejudice, especially against your own daughter.
Of course there was prejudice. How can you be so naive? But not with me. If I was caring about that stigma, do you think I would have lived with a black man and carried his child when I was trying to raise my own white infant daughter? And if I gave in to Gus and let him take her, it was because deep down I thought it was the right thing, that it was best for Alice.
Best to never know her own mother.
In a small Georgia town 20 years ago, Alice was not white and she was not black. She was what they call high yellow. She would not have been able to go to any of the schools that Jane went to. She wouldn't even be able to go to the restaurants that I took her to. And the black children she might have been able to play with would have come to resent her and a white mother and sister.
Okay, then why didn't you just leave with Gus?
How different really was the rest of the country then? Georgia was my home. The people there knew me all their lives, all my life. And they were a lot kinder than strangers would have been. I'd heard it was different in Europe, and I would have taken her if I'd been able to. Lionel, look at her. Can't you see that Gus and I were right? She has no sense of being different because of her color. She has never felt any kind of discrimination. Isn't that something?
Something? Yeah, that was something. But a lifetime of neglect is too high a price to pay. Come on! It's a damn sight better to be shunned by strangers than by your own mother.
It is so easy for you living way out here with all the money in the world and servants to take care of your children. Yeah. You have never been alone and dead broke and not a clue where your next meal was coming from. But I had never went one day without missing her or wondering if I did the right thing. But I did what I thought was right at the time.
And Gus did what he thought was right. And everybody did everything with the best of intentions. But still, Alice ended up being shuttled from one hospital to another.
But I didn't know about Gus's troubles or any of that, or I would have come to her.
Oh, come on, Karen.
No, I swear it. After the first year, Gus stopped answering all my letters and calls, and by the time Alice was 2 years old, I had no idea where he was or how to find him. I never would have let them put my baby away.
When did you find out?
When they had that trouble with Dr. Rawlings, when she was released. That's when I gave Jane $3,000 for Alice, saying it was from her mother, which it was.
Caroline, your conscience money isn't enough. I love that girl. And I'm never going to let her be betrayed or hurt again. And you understand what I'm saying? I want her to know the truth. I want it to come from you.
You're right, Lionel. Oh, enough decorations down there for 3 trees. What's wrong?
So, all I did was I employed my natural charm to convince her that she was passing up a golden opportunity by staying here in Santa Barbara. Young lady, you should use those big, beautiful eyes to go down to Hollywood and make big, beautiful bucks. That's all.
Cruz isn't in Hollywood.
Exactly, and he's not about to hop a train to Tinseltown either, so I figure keeping him here, moving her there, half the battle is won. You know, look, you two are my ideal, and nobody messes with my ideal.
Oh, I'm sure you meant well, but you really
No. I'm acting purely selfishly. I mean, if you two can't pull it together, what chance does a lowlife like me have, right? And besides, I figure with her out of the way, it's one less hurdle for you to hop. It's simple.
So I guess we have to change your name to Cupid, huh?
Oh, well, I believe in love. And I believe in you and Cruz. Now, you can laugh about that, but I guess you might say I'm kind of a hopeful romantic.
So am I. But Cruz and I have a lot of other problems that aren't Victoria's fault. And her leaving town isn't going to make them go away.
Well, I've done my part. It's time for you to do yours.
Well, I've blown it, haven't I?
Why would you say that?
Because I have a long personal history of playing the wrong note.
Well, it's a good thing you're a lawyer, not a concert violinist.
What did you want to clarify, Mason?
Our modus operandi. I mean, ocean views and roaring fires might be fine for Heathcliff and Catherine, but they won't go for Meison and Julia.
Well, neither do drab motel rooms.
Oh, well, we've been extremists, Julia. We need to find a middle ground.
Okay. So maybe I got a little carried away. You're right. I'm sorry I got to thinking about the future, and I wanted something special for the baby even before it was born.
Well, maybe you wanted something more for the baby even after it's born.
I have not changed my mind about being a single parent.
I don't blame you for wanting to enjoy our little game of conception roulette.
Enjoy myself with you?
I didn't see anyone else under the covers.
You and I have a deal for a productive, reproductive encounter, and that is all.
Exactly. No hearts and flowers.
If you're trying to make me feel foolish, you are doing a very good job of it.
I am merely trying to point out the dangers of us sneaking away to these romantic hideaways.
You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about the fact that I'm going to get emotionally involved with you.
I am
Meison.
well aware of that. What I'm trying to point out, not too delicately or successfully, is that not all of us are as much in control of our emotions as you are. As much as we would like to be. Ergo, I suggest a more neutral environment.
All right. Then why don't you pick the spot?
How about the Capwell Hotel?
So much for neutrality.
Well, it's pleasant and it's practical and it's right here in town. Reality everywhere we turn.
All right. All right, that's fine. As long as nobody sees us. How about 7?
Fine.
Unless you have other plans.
None that I know of, no.
These arrangements shouldn't interfere with your personal life, Meison. I don't want that. In fact, if you're seeing someone else, it's all the better, because as far as we're concerned, this is nothing more than a business transaction.
I only know one business where that's true.
You know what I mean. If you're seeing someone else, I don't want you to worry about us. There is no us. I mean, about me. I won't get in the way.
Not worried in the least.
Good. That's good. Because I know that you and Victoria Lane have become friends. Maybe more than friends. And I know that you've been lonely since Mary died.
Look, Julie, I appreciate your concern over my social life, but I can fend for myself.
I never doubted that.
Besides, if rumors are correct, she's leaving town tonight. As a matter of fact, I was just on my...
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I keeping you?
No, not at all.
We can cancel this whole thing tonight. We don't have to do it tonight. I understand.
No. The show must go on. Tonight's the night.
Oh, yes, there are a lot of things that I would like to tell you, but I would usually regret them. You see, I have learned from this experience.
So you're not going to tell me?
No, there's nothing to tell.
Tori, I hope you find what you're looking for.
Thank you. I wish the best for you, too. I wish the best for both of us. I hope you found what you're looking for, too. Gotta go now. You take care of, right?
You too. Hi. Am I too late?
Don't worry, I didn't tell him about the baby.
I think you did the right thing.
It really wouldn't have made much difference. This child is mine. At least I know who the father is.
Look, can I take you to the airport?
I would rather go alone. Don't worry. I will get there. I want to put as much distance between me and this town.
Chimney, but I thought
What do you want, Pearl?
Oh, boy, and a Merry Christmas to you, too, young Ebenezer Castillo. Hey. This place is like a tomb, man.
Did I invite you to come over here?
Well, our friends don't wait for invitations, especially from other depressed friends.
I'm not depressed.
Oh, yeah, I can see that by all the holiday cheer hanging like nighters from the rafters.
I think it's a little early for holiday cheer.
Hey, you're going to be singing the same song on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, even if I don't like that match underneath you.
But I'm perfectly capable of having Christmas my own way, okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, I like to see how. By the way, I saw Victoria Lane leave just a little while ago. She seems to be leaving town. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that all you got to say to me? Yeah, that's right.
Look, if I have said it once, I've said it 100 times. What Tory Lane does has nothing to do with me.
Oh, yeah, okay. Except it did once upon a time. Maybe not now. Maybe now it's time for a little makeup with Eden, right?
Pearl, don't start.
You are a ball of laughs. You know that, Inspector? I mean, no wonder this place's so alive with friendly dignitaries.
Do me a favor. Grab a beer.
No, I don't want a beer.
I
want a beer. I want some eggnog with a dash of
I'm
rum.
sorry, I'm fresh out of eggnog.
You're fresh out of eggnog. Well, that's hard to believe. Then let us go seek some, okay?
I don't want to seek some. I want you to leave me alone for a
Ma,
change.
you've been alone too much. You're getting soft in the head. Let's go out and find some Christmas cheer, huh? Number one, you need a tree. Buzz has some buttes. Number two, you need some, what was it? Eggnog. Let's hit the road.
Brother,
Come on.
please. Why don't you cheer up your own place for a change?
Are you going to go softly, or do I have to get tough? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open sleigh. Pearl! Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Why did you stop talking when I came in the room?
Lionel was just, giving me some business advice. I may be old-fashioned, but I don't like talking about money in front of other people.
Are you sure you weren't arguing? I thought I heard voices raised up here.
Lionel doesn't seem to think I have much sense about these things.
I also heard my name.
Look, honey, it was just talk, so there's no sense in dragging on this conversation any longer.
Maybe I should leave.
Alice, we're going to decorate the tree, okay?
Well, I have things to do up in my room anyway. Would you please excuse me?
She's a sensitive girl.
Yes. Is it obvious why she can't be told?
Caroline, you can make all the excuses in the world.
Have you thought about Jane? Jane is not ready for this. I could lose both my daughters.
You can make 100 excuses. You really can, Caroline. But the bottom line is that she's got to know about her mother, and she's got to know it from you.
Yeah, I trusted you with the truth. Why are you turning on me?
Trusted me? I had to drag it out of you.
All right, I'll tell her.
When?
I don't know, when I feel it's right.
You better make it soon, because otherwise I'm going to do it.
You have no right interfering in my life.
Really? The court entrusted that girl to my care. And until you reclaim that right, I am her parent as much as you are.
You know, I have had just about enough of your self-righteous advice.
Have
you? You are not her father, Lionel. Wait, what have you had her, 2, 3 months? Do you know what the last 19 years of my life in Gus's has been like? We will decide when our daughter is ready for the truth, not you. So why don't you do us all a favor and mind your own business?
Hi.
Oh, I was afraid I'd missed you.
I got your messages from my landlord when I went to pick up my bag.
Sit.
I don't have a lot of time, okay?
All right.
Okay.
You know, storming airport gates and begging people to stay is not exactly my style. I do wish you'd at least said goodbye.
Well, I wasn't going to give you a call, really.
Oh, well, that's good. So what's behind the sudden departure? Exciting movie role or wait you in Hollywood?
Yeah, something very close to that, yes.
And your plans for settling here and rediscovering your lost youth, what happened to those?
I have to be realistic. I've got to make a living, you know?
Uh-huh, and that just occurred to you.
Mason, you have been wonderful. You have been the closest thing to a friend that I've had since I've been back in Santa Barbara. But I can't stay here. It's just not good for anybody.
Not even Victoria?
Especially not Victoria.
Well, I guess it's bon voyage, and I'll see you on the Walk of Fame.
Doesn't sound very nice.
Cynicism has always been my best defense. Something to do with missed opportunities, I guess.
I really believe that if I stay here, I may stand between Cruz and Eden being together, and I finally realize that's where they belong.
Yeah, everyone seems to realize that, except for them. But is that your fault?
No.
Then why?
Because I haven't been accepted back here. I don't fit in with my old friends. I've tried to make new friends.
And succeeded.
No. You just took pity on me because I reminded you of somebody you once loved.
Tori, that's not true. And it's time you got off this self-sacrificing binge. Now, if you got a better reason for leaving town than you had a week ago, I want to hear it.
If there's anyone that I can trust, it would be you. But there's nothing. Believe me, I'm doing us both a favor.
Well, don't expect a thank you.
Sorry. I'll miss you.
What I tell you, is this a selection or what? What do you think, huh?
Yeah, this is incredible.
You got your Douglas fir, your Scottish pine, your blue spruce.
Whatever, it don't matter, man.
Well, it matters. If you want your place to smell like pine, you buy a spruce.
You get cut for selling these things.
Yeah, about 10% per 10 a bottle.
That figures. You know what the most amazing thing about these trees is?
You tell me.
The remarkable price. Now, you got something a little smaller, maybe?
Oh, we're going cheap today, huh? Sure. Will you look at this? Is this a beauty? Does this have your name on it? Will you look at those limbs, man?
Right.
Oh, check this out. Oh, wait. What a beautiful coincidence.
Fine. Look. Isn't this tree a little small for your daddy's taste?
Oh, actually, we already have a tree, but I was coming down here to get one for a house guest that's recuperating from an accident.
Well, I guess you beat us to it.
I guess maybe you don't need the perfect tree at the beach house this year, huh?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
other
no,
trees.
this would be a perfect tree for the
No,
beach house.
Edie.
You should take it.
No, you saw it. I mean,
No, you should take it.
The lady says it's ours. We will claim it. I'll have it gagged and bound and gift wrapped and be back in a jiff.
Thanks. That was...
You're very welcome. So, I heard Victoria's leaving town. Did she come to see you?
Yeah, she stopped by the house to say goodbye.
Yeah, she came to see me, too. I think she thought leaving town would make everything all right between us.
I got that impression.
I wish it were that simple.
So do I. Oh, I guess I better go help Perl. Good seeing you.
Cruz?
Yeah.
Don't forget to put the angel on top at the very last.
What difference does that make?
But then you know that's what brings you luck for the whole next year.
Nobody ever told me that. I'll remember that. Thank you. I'll be seeing you, okay?
Merry Christmas.
You too.
Gorgeous.
Isn't it nice? It's Augusta's.
Yeah?
I stole it from the attic.
She was always fussy about her clothes. Where are you going?
Well, I have a meeting, but I'm a little early.
Yeah, personal or business?
Did Augusta tell you to keep track of me and her absence?
No, I don't need her to do that. I was just wondering about your friend.
Oh, shh, my friend.
Oh, well, from the looks of it, it isn't strictly clinical here.
I'm meeting Meyson.
Oh.
It's business.
Yeah, well, was he still trying to get you to work for him? Oh, come on. You need Meyson like you need another orifice in your head. Come on, go on and tell me. How is your mystery man, anyway?
Well, I've only seen him briefly since the doctor told me I wasn't pregnant. I'll tell you, things would be a lot easier if I didn't have to arrange these meetings like a train schedule, you know?
Yeah, well, what did he say when you told him it was time to go back to the drawing board?
He was agreeable.
Oh.
And you can be as subtle as you want, but I'm never, ever telling you who he is.
Wait, Julie, you're not in a big rush, are you? Oh, no, you can't. Is everything okay with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you happy?
I think so.
All right. Well, then, are you looking forward to having this child? I mean...
Yes. Oh. Don't ever tell anyone I said this, but if I had my druthers, I'd rather have a husband. But since that ain't happening, I'm happy to be a parent by myself, and I'm going to be. I've been thinking, you know, and I think that what parents do most is worry.
Only about 50% of the time.
Right. And I'll probably spend the other 50% of the time finding new things to worry about. I mean, what if I give the wrong advice? What if I don't live up to their emotional demands or needs? What if they need help with math? I don't know anything about math.
That's what tutors are for. Oh, come on, Julia. No parent is perfect every day, every moment. Come on, the main thing is that you got to be with them. Be with them, that's it. Hey, that's the whole thing. I know somebody who hasn't been.
Somebody who wasn't with their child?
That's right. Somebody who deserted him. I don't even know why.
Why?
I'm sorry, Julie. Listen, you go and in that beautiful outfit, get rid of Meyson and be with your secret mystery.
Victoria Lane sure left in a hurry.
Yeah?
You knew about it, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty eager to stay out of things, aren't you, Cruz?
You got it, Meyson.
Well, at least one of us will miss her. I found her to be a very warm and brave woman.
Well, how perceptive of you. Then again, she didn't try to mess up your life, did she?
Cruz, from what I saw, the only thing she was guilty of is being honest with you. She loved you, wasn't afraid to tell you. When you rejected her, she left town. It seems to me that takes a lot of emotional strength.
Look, not only did the woman mean a great deal to me at one time, she saved my life. I'm not trying to talk her down. I know she's looking for something, and I hope she finds it. I didn't realize the two of you were so tight.
We're not. We were just getting to know each other. I guess now I'll have to buy a ticket to see her along with everybody else.
I feel bad for you, Meyson, but I gotta tell you, I'm glad she's gone.
Well, what you lack in compassion, you make up for in honesty. Oh, by the way, I found this in her apartment after she'd gone. I guess I'll have to send it to her agent. Well, case closed, Inspector. But Victoria's exit remains a mystery. Don't lose any sleep over it.
Oh, don't worry. Don't plan to. I'm gonna be busy getting in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Ah, come on.
Bro! Just a minute!
Hi.
Hi, what's that?
Oh, I was going through some of my boxes, and I came across some things of yours, so I figured I'd bring them to you.
You didn't have to make a trip over here just to do that.
Well, I figured I would because they're your Christmas decorations.
Yeah, well, I'm quite a few minutes away from putting the lights on. So.
That's kind of funny. It looked better in the lot.
Well, I think I just need to straighten it up.
You need some help?
No, I almost got it.
Yeah, you do. You're doing a very good job. Come on, let me help you. 2 minutes will be done.
Okay, but don't insult me, okay? I can put up a tree, you know?
But it definitely needs to go to the left.
Yeah. How's that?
It's fine.
Really?
Yeah, it looks
Perfect.
Well, I can't keep them.
Okay.
Yeah, it does look better, doesn't it?
Guess you just needed an expert's advice.
You must. Thank you.
Listen, there's some new ornaments in here that I bought, and I'd like for you to keep them.
Well, are you sure? I mean, I have
Oh, yeah,
plenty.
my father has thousands of them to put on the tree.
Yeah, okay. I guess I better get back to work here.
Yeah, me too. I just wanted to drop by your decorations.
Thanks again. I appreciate it. You too. Take care.
Oh, you know me, I always do.
Are you sure you can afford to be seen with the likes of me?
I'm sorry I lost my temper back at the house. I was shocked.
How foolish of me to think you might have some compassion for the situation I was in.
Well, I was a little too busy thinking of the situation Alice is in. And I tried to put myself in your shoes. I asked myself if I would do what you did. Nothing would make me do that.
Yeah, I gave Alice the chance to grow up, accept it. If that makes me a bigot, then that's what I am. I wish it was different. You have no idea how painful it was for me and how bitterly I fought Gus not to take her. But he's a strong man. His mind was made up. And I won't say, even for you, that I'm sure he was wrong to take her.
Why didn't you go with Gus?
He didn't want me.
Then why didn't you follow and at least be nearby?
Yeah, Jane warned you about me. I tried to tell you myself, but you're just like all the rest. You wanted me to be the woman of your dreams. And now you're shocked to find out that all the stories are true. Well, I'm sorry. We weren't all manor-born like the Lockridges.
Meaning we're above it all. Okay. Yeah, we're above it. Especially above giving away our children.
I thought you came here to apologize.
Lionel.
Well, I see Lionel hasn't lost his charm.
I think something's put him in a bad mood. While you were gone, while I was waiting, I took the liberty to get us a room.
Well, no time like the present, is there? Shall we?
I thought we might have dinner first. I ordered your favorite champagne.
Determined to give me one meal or another, aren't you? I thought champagne was on our list of no-nos, along with violin music.
You're really hard to please, you know that? I think impersonal relationships are more difficult for you than personal ones.
No. But you know how I fare sometimes on the demon rum. I think what I'm saying is that maybe I'm afraid to drink with so much at stake.
Why didn't you say that in the first place? We can go if you'd like.
To the boudoir, Miss Wainwright?
You're awfully quiet.
I prefer to think of it as a pregnant pause. Thought you'd like that.
What are you thinking about?
Nothing in particular.
Liar.
You're not comfortable with silence, are you, Julia?
No. Especially not with a man. You see, because I'm always positive that he's thinking that he didn't like something or that he hadn't wished that he hadn't.
I don't wish that I hadn't anything. Actually, I was thinking about love.
Love?
Well, don't look so horrified. Look like you found an anchovy in the bed.
I just really don't want to lie here and think about the assorted losers that I let myself get close to.
I'm trying hard not to be insulted.
No. Oh, no, I didn't mean you. I didn't. I mean, this is different. Actually, love isn't one of my favorite subjects. It scares me to death.
That's not surprising, consider your choices in the past. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's the truth.
But I think maybe it's supposed to frighten us. I don't think anything can be that powerful without reminding us of how vulnerable we really are. It doesn't mean we should avoid it.
I don't know if it's really worth what it costs you. You know, your dignity and your self-respect. Like a junk food addict. There have been times in my life that I wanted love so badly that I didn't give any thought at all to whether the guy was good for me or not. But I suppose when someone's starving, they aren't very particular about where their next meal is coming from.
Well, you have to be, though, Julia. Otherwise you get addicted to the junk and wind up emotionally malnourished.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm going cold turkey. You see, when I care about someone, I forget about who I am. I forget about me. I just focus in on what they wanted and what makes them happy.
Any man who would ask that of a woman like you isn't much of a man. And it's right. What you get back makes you whole, complete, not less than the person you were to start with.
It's very beautiful. It's elusive, but beautiful.
And once it's happened, you realize that you won't be able to settle for anything less ever again.
Maybe you'll find it again, Mason. I hope so.
Now, Julia, if we have one thing in common, it's that we both realize that true love is rarer than soft-hearted Capwell.
Well, I should probably get going. I've got an early day in court tomorrow.
Well, you can have the shower first.
I always thought you were a gentleman, Mason.
Well, how does it feel to be back in fantasy land? In case you haven't recognized me by my rapier wit, this is Meyson. I went by your place hoping for a farewell in person, but you'd already left. Unfortunately, you already left a rather expensive-looking necklace behind also. I took the liberty of stealing it before your building superintendent did. I'd like to return it to you as soon as I can. Like any half-decent Prince Charming, I'd like to do it in person and see if it's a perfect fit. I miss you, Victoria. You've only been gone a few hours, and I spent most of them tracking down your private number. I'd like to see you in L.A. Give me a call when you get a chance and let me know. Bye.
Opracowanie ATV. Tekst Elżbieta Włodarczyk. Czytał Bogumił Antczak. Udźwiękowienie studio filmowe Semafor w Łodzi.